speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. They'll give it to the back. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Barry Johnson. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Boilermakers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So Ohio State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the 2nd level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the 2nd level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up in the 2nd level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Got it in the middle. It's Bell. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Off play action on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Hey, listen, as a receiver, you're running that hitch route against man coverage. You can't loaf on it, right? I know it's just a little short throw, but you've got to make the defender think you might be going deep. So a nice job not just taking it easy on the play. He put his foot in the ground, he drove back to the ball, and made it easy on his quarterback.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught close to the marker, it's Porter. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Dropping back, it's Sayed. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Barry Johnson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Barry Johnson. Crosses the 45 out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Barry Johnson. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
The Boilermakers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got it in the middle, it's Branch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Hey, quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Barry Johnson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
And the Boilermakers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Middle Tennessee. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Pulls it in. It's Barry Johnson. Fakes to grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Boilermakers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to first down. They have it at the 36. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Direct snap. There he goes. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Big pickup on the ground. Knocked out at the 28-yard line. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. Hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Purdue!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. There's the pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
Looking to throw on first down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it in the last minute. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Barry Johnson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. Hauls it in. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Under fire. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Gets it out fast. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. He's got an open man. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. No, he got loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Barry Johnson. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. He breaks a tackle. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Got it behind the line. It's Davis. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Good right down the boulevard. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points, because this dude is automatic.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Caught over the middle. It's Barry Johnson. He'll get it out to the 25. Bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps. running to the football, nowhere to go.
On a little time, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Boilermakers are on the move. And off from the shotgun. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Using his legs to buy some time. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, we only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Porter. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. To the air. It's Sayin. Makes the grab. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. The Buckeyes look to do some damage in the red zone. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Ohio State. Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Southern Miss is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas State. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Catch in the middle. It's Cobb. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that 1st down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28. And the Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And just a great job by the defense being stable, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That's caught. It's Cobb. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the wideout. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Boilermakers can really attack on this second and short. The give on the inside. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Cobb. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. That's caught. It's Cobb. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Boilermakers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Finds his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder.
Touchdown, Purdue! They've got the lead here in the fourth. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Gets it out quickly. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. The screen, and watch out. Turning it on. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
That's caught. It's Porter. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Fires downfield. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Snagged in the middle. It's Branch. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Defense uses a sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Boilermakers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Makes the catch. It's Cobb. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those 1st downs, and just make that clock run.
They'd love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Boilermakers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the 2nd overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.